A poor man was going through the desert. He had nothing to eat or drink. For many days he wandered around, but still he did not find anything. Then suddenly he saw something in the distance. He looked closely and saw that it was a mirage. There was a small hut, and some people were sitting outside of it. The man started running towards the hut. As he approached, he could hear them talking. "Whoever comes to this hut must give 100 gold coins to stay here." The man was very thirsty, so he did not care how much the price was. He knocked on the door and said, "Please give me some water to drink." One of the men inside came to the door and asked, "Why should I give you water? You have not paid the price." The poor man replied, "I don't have any money. Please just give me some water to drink." The man at the door said, "If you want water, then give me your eye." And before the poor man could even realize what was happening, the man snatched his eye and threw it into the ground. The poor man screamed in pain. The man who had taken his eye said, "Now you can take my life, but I will not give you water." The poor man was sad. He didn't understand why they wanted his eye in exchange for water. After some time he realized that these people were not humans, but demons. They lived in the desert and used to scare travelers by taking their eyes. With that realization, the poor man became angry. He took out his sword and killed the demon. Then he went inside the hut and drank a lot of water. He also took one of the demon's eyes as a trophy. After some time, another traveler arrived. This man was very rich. He offered the guest all the water he wanted and even gave him food and a place to sleep. The next morning, the rich man asked, "What is the price to stay here?" The traveler said, "It's very simple, just don't get into an argument with me." The rich man agreed to the deal and continued his journey. Sometime later, the traveler stopped to rest under a tree. A little girl came up to him and asked, "Why don't you give me 100 gold coins?" The traveler asked, "What do you mean?" She replied, "You have not paid the price for resting under this tree." The traveler said, "How much does it cost to sit under your tree?" The girl said, "It costs 100 gold coins." The traveler got angry and said, "Are you mad? It's just a tree. Why should I pay you?" The girl replied, "If you don't want to pay, then leave right now." The traveler thought that she was just a little girl and didn't want to make a fuss, so he decided to pay her. But as soon as he reached into his bag, the girl took his other eye. Now the traveler was very scared. He had lost both of his eyes. The girl disappeared, and he was left alone in the desert. This time he understood that this was a trick. That girl was actually a demon. The traveler walked around in the desert for many days, but he couldn't find anyone. Finally, he sat down and closed his eyes. Just then, a beautiful woman appeared. She asked, "Why are you sitting here?" The traveler told her everything that had happened. She said, "Don't worry, I will help you." She took out a magical ring and put it on his finger. She explained, "This ring will give you powers. You can take any form you want." The traveler was very happy and asked, "Will I get my eyes back?" The woman said, "Yes, you will get your eyes back, and you will also have 100 gold coins." The traveler went to the hut where he had killed the demon. He transformed into a demon and took 100 gold coins from their treasure chest. Then he returned to the tree under which he had met the little girl. He turned into a little boy and asked the girl for his eyes. She threw both of his eyes into the air and he caught them. The traveler was very happy to have his eyes back. Then he left that place and started traveling again. After some time, he heard some screams in the forest. He went to see what was happening and found a beautiful woman trapped inside a net. She was crying and asked for help. When she was free, the traveler asked, "What is your name and what are you doing here?" She said, "My name is Zarina and I am a princess. These people had kidnapped me because they wanted to marry me. I am very beautiful. So many princes and kings had come to ask for my hand in marriage, but my father refused to accept any of them." The traveler said, "I will take you back home." As they were walking, the princess noticed that the traveler was sad. She asked, "What's wrong?" He replied, "I don't know. I feel like something bad is going to happen." The princess said, "Don't worry, I am here with you." The traveller felt better after hearing her kind words. When they arrived at the village, the princess thanked him and ran to hug her parents. Suddenly, the ground started shaking. A big, ugly monster was standing in front of them. It roared and took the princess away. The traveller knew that he had to save the princess, but he wasn't sure how. What should he do?